All right, here we go. It's going to be match day number 9 of 14. We're getting serious now. We're going to be eliminating a lot more teams. Right now, we see a lot of teams that are 1-7, 0-8 being eliminated. Now we're going to start eliminating teams, and the bigger teams will be starting to be eliminated. Like Maryland. Maryland's got to win. They have to. I'm just giving a synopsis like that. They got to win. They got to start really winning. Because right now they're 500. 500 won't finish in the top 3 in each division. It won't. So here we go. Northwestern, LSU, that's going to be in Group 1. They're good. You have Purdue, Kansas State, Fresno State. Group 2, you have Wake Forest, Stanford, Michigan State is there. Georgia, remember they're the number 2 seed, and they got to start winning here. They won the last time, blew out Michigan State. That's big. Group 3, Kentucky, USC, Oklahoma State, very big. Group 4, Missouri, Penn State, South Florida there. Cal charging. Group 5, Ohio State, Virginia, Southern Miss, Rutgers coming up. Southern Miss looking good. Group 6, West Virginia, then Arizona and Houston looking good. Bowling Green, 2 in a row. Who knows? Oregon State, the other seeded team. You never know. Group 7, Wisconsin 8-0, Kansas 7-1, Colorado 6-2. Blah after that. Group 8, Oregon, Oklahoma, and then Arkansas. Nothing big there. Group 9, you have Virginia Tech. Texas Tech just lost 1. Nebraska, Indiana. Indiana beat Texas Tech. Indiana's won 4 straight. They lost 4. They won 4. You got to watch out if you're that 3rd place. Indiana's looking really good. Group 10, South Carolina, Clemson, Texas A&M, NC State, Washington, even BC and Florida State are all in it. But those ties hurt BC and Florida State. Group 11, they tied each other. Illinois, Texas, Colorado State, and Vanderbilt, they're fighting it for 3rd. Group 2, Washington State, Georgia Tech. Tennessee is 3rd. Hawaii's got to win out. Group 13, Michigan and Florida looking good. Iowa and Utah going for 3rd. Group 14, Louisville and Cincinnati. BYU is 3rd. That's locked. And Group 15, Auburn, Arizona State, and Alabama as they barely beat Troy. And taking a look right now, this is going to be game number whatever. So, sorry about this. I'm thinking of my drive home today. Now, Ohio has played everybody tough. They have. Mississippi State, they're at home against Ohio State. Stanford and Maryland. Maryland's got to win that one. They have to. Taking a look down, I'm trying to take a look at games where it's going to be big. Texas and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's big. Georgia Tech and Tennessee. That'll be big for them. Cincinnati and Louisville are both 8-0. That's humongous for them. San Diego State, who knows how they'll be with Auburn. Arizona State and Troy. Fresno State, Northwestern. That's a big game. Alabama at home against Baylor. Baylor trying to win. Georgia's got a game against TCU. They have to win that. They lose that, they're done. They're 2nd seed. Missouri's 8-0. Kentucky's 8-0 versus Oklahoma State, 7-0-1. Virginia Tech 8-0 against Nebraska. Oklahoma at Arkansas. Indiana, they could go 5-4. That's big. The winless, Monroe and North Texas. Southern Cal is 7-0-1. They take a look. Miami is now 4-4. They want to go 5-4. They play New Mexico State. South Carolina against NC State. South Carolina trying to get on. Texas Tech will be at UCLA. So now we are going to play week number 9. Will Ohio? No, they get blown out. Ohio State, solid win. Yeah, they're at Mississippi State. Southern Miss keeps it going. Maryland wins. West Virginia wins. Pittsburgh gets a tie. Oregon State is in trouble. South Florida to 6-3. Oregon easy. And we're trying to take a look. BC over Tulane, big win. Clemson beat Florida State. Washington, a huge win. Texas beat Vanderbilt. Tennessee over Georgia Tech. Notre Dame beat Hawaii. Akron beat Toledo. Washington State 9-0. Florida 9-0. BYU a good win. Cincinnati beat Louisville in a battle of undefeateds. San Diego State beat Auburn. And Arizona State beat Troy. Alabama wins. Kansas State, Purdue. And Fresno State wins. Virginia. Georgia, a solid win. Wake Forest and Michigan State. Houston, battle of the undefeateds. Oklahoma State wins by 3. In a game that we'll check, Oklahoma beat Arkansas. Virginia Tech barely beat Nebraska. Indiana blows out Western Kentucky. Monroe over North Texas, battle of winless. Rutgers barely beats UNLV. Arizona wins. USC wins. Miami wins. Kansas wins. Wisconsin wins. Colorado blows out Atlantic. Air Force beats International. North Carolina shuts out Idaho. South Carolina solid over NC State. Wisconsin beat Colorado State. Wyoming beating Buffalo. Utah State with the win. Michigan 9-0. Solid over Utah. And Texas Tech blows out UCLA. Let's go to the very top again, taking only a look at big games. Louisiana State, 45-7, they were up. They blow out Ohio, not even close. Ohio State, a solid win over Mississippi State. At the half, it was 17-3, it was 17-10. Then Ohio State came back, and a really solid defensive effort there. Maryland over Stanford, especially late in the game. Maryland scored to take the lead, then scored again. Very big. Syracuse won. Oregon State and Pitt. There it is. Pitt, a good game against Oregon State. They're playing better. They get a tie. But, 5-8-1 is not going to get you in. They could win every other one. BC wins. Clemson beat Florida State. They hit a 31-yard field goal as it ends. 23-20. Washington, a big win at home. They led 38-21, and then they end up winning the game. Big win. Now look at Texas. Solid 28-7 win. They just cut Vanderbilt down. Washington State 9-0. Now Notre Dame beat Hawaii. And 2 field goals. That was it. Notre Dame got the lead. And Colt Brennan, 3 interceptions, 332, 29 of 50. It was different. Akron and Toledo, a missed extra point. Missed extra point by Toledo. Wow. Akron gets the win. Cincinnati beat Louisville. Cincinnati is 9-0. They led 52-17 and blew them out. No need for anything. 5 touchdowns for Mock. Now Fresno State beat Northwestern. This was big. Fresno State hit the field goal. Northwestern didn't do anything. Game over. And Fresno State, very good. They look like they're going to be a spoiler in the World Cup. Cal wins. Missouri 9-0. Another big game, Oklahoma State and Kentucky. Kentucky came back, and then Kentucky missed the field goal earlier, and that hurt. So now we take a look. USC beat New Mexico. Arizona won. Kansas, a big win. Wisconsin, a big win. Colorado blew out Atlantic. Illinois had trouble against Colorado State. A couple field goals late. Illinois ended up winning the game. Colorado State couldn't go anywhere. Oh, they ended up on the field goals. Colorado State, 4 plays, 1 yard. They were on the Illinois 10. They could have tied. They could have won the game, and they didn't do it. It was a kick return all the way deep. So it was 33-27. Morton returned it 80 yards to the 10-yard line. Then nothing. They lost 2-0. Then 3 yards, and that was it. They took a knee. They could have won that game. They could have won that game. Texas Tech, a big win. I mean, 540 yards. They're throwing the ball every down. Harrell's incredible. 3 touchdowns. They had a big lead, and they held on. Michigan, a solid win. As Michigan, yeah, they just killed Utah. Like there's nothing there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look right now at all of the, there it is. Oh, Syro 329. I'm going to have a Friday broadcast, Saturday broadcast, and a Sunday broadcast. I got 3 games. It's going to be one of the best you'll see. Your league is heating up. For those joining in to see Syro 329. Oh, dear God, this league is good. I'm simming games in the background and broadcasting the best games, but every game is getting simmed. Like every game, I'm running from beginning to end with the physics engine. So I'm playing the game in the background, the entire game. Every game gets played, so it doesn't simulate through an algorithm. They actually play the game, and oh my God, some of the games are freaking classics. That's going to be unbelievable. Like, seriously unbelievable in the playoffs. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm like, I can't wait in about 5 weeks. That's going to be one of the best playoffs I've ever seen. All right, now these are the current standings after week number 9. LSU, look at group number 1. LSU is 7-2. Kansas State, Fresno State, Purdue, Northwestern. Those 4 teams are tied for second. Remember, first and second go to the World Cup. Third goes to a qualifying round. And third place goes to a last chance qualifying round. Second group, Wake Forest, Michigan State. Georgia now goes ahead of Stanford. Georgia goes ahead of Stanford, so a big win there. Group 3, Oklahoma State, Southern Cal, Kentucky. But those 3 will be fighting each other for that last slot, for the first 2 slots. I mean, they're all going to at least the next round. Group 4, Missouri, Penn State, South Florida. Cal is coming back 3 in a row. Group 5, Ohio State, Virginia, and Southern Miss 4 in a row. But Rutgers is trying to get up there. Group number 6, West Virginia 8-1. Arizona is 7-2. Houston is 7-2. In the Group 7, Wisconsin is 9-0. Kansas is 8-1. And Colorado is 7-2. So Wisconsin 9-0. Kansas 8-1. Colorado 7-2. I don't know. Wisconsin is doing what they need to do, but I mean, Kansas is good, but they can get killed, you know. Group 8, Oregon and Oklahoma and Oregon 9-0, 9-0. Arkansas is 5-4. There's a battle for third in that division. Group 9, Virginia Tech and Texas Tech are up there. Nebraska and Indiana. Oh, Indiana is 5 in a row. They were 0-4, and now they're 5-4. Group 10, South Carolina is number 1, Clemson 2. Washington, BC, everybody else is 3 except Florida State is going downhill. And Tulane, oh, so close. Group 11, Illinois and Texas undefeated. Colorado State 6-3. Vanderbilt has lost 4 in a row. Group 12, Washington State, Georgia Tech are up there. Tennessee is 3rd. They pretty much got the first 3 locked. Look at Group 13. That's the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. Look at Group 13. 9-0, 9-0, 5-4, 5-4, 3-6, 3-6, and 1-8, 1-8. I've never seen stats like that. That is absolutely incredible. Florida and Michigan have yet to play each other. They got to play each other soon. Group 14, Cincinnati, Louisville, and Brigham Young. Cincinnati is 1, Louisville and Brigham Young fighting each other to try and get in there. Group 15, Arizona State is 1. Alabama and Auburn are tied for 2 and 3. Troy is sinking. Look at that. Group 13. 9-0, 9-0, 5-4, 5-4, 3-6, 3-6, and 1-8, 1-8. Oh yeah, there we go. That's, I'll tell you what. Right now, it is great. Sire 0329. Thank you for definitely joining in right now. We're going to take a look at the. We're going to take a look at the. What do you call it? The schedule for Week 10 and qualify. Remember, Match Day 10, it goes 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 5 more days of qualifying. That's it. 5 more days. So they reversed just everything today. So Northwestern, Fresno State, a big game. Fresno State wins. They're going to hold the tiebreaker as well over Northwestern. Wake Forest is 7-1-1. That's big. Stanford and Maryland, that's huge. West Virginia is 8-1. Oklahoma State and Kentucky. Kentucky's got to win that game. I mean, it's just reversing today. That's the big thing. You got to just reverse today. BC's got to win again. Virginia Tech and Nebraska. Indiana, if they pick up another one, they'll be 6-4. Indiana's a dangerous team. They're really, really dangerous. They beat Texas Tech. Washington State is 9-0. You never know the second time Michigan State to win. I mean, they play Iowa State, Wisconsin 9-0. Georgia plays TCU, so they want to go 6-2-2. They have to. Texas Tech, Oklahoma, you know that. Vanderbilt's got to beat Texas at Texas. Troy's got to beat Arizona State. Alabama and Baylor. Alabama, 5-game winning streak. Well, Pitt and Oregon State tied. Pitt playing a lot better, and Hawaii lost by 1 to Notre Dame. All right, that's going to be it for today. We're going to go to the Creators Cup World Series. The World Series game number 1. Have a wonderful day. And game number 1 coming up next.